Hey guys, today we're going to talk about if you're a first-time investor, if you're buying your very first rental property, what should you be looking for? And we're talking about property type, return on investment, etc. So let's start talking today. So first of all, let me give you some background on me so you know why I'm talking to you about it. So I've been an investor for over 15 years, owned commercial, residential, multifamily, short terminals, etc. So when I'm teaching people to buy their very first investment property, there's a couple things that you need to know. So let's get started. Number one, you're not going to be living in it. You must treat it as a business. Don't go look at that house and think about how pretty you can make all the walls and I'm going to upgrade these cabinets and put all this fancy stuff in it, because from a rental standpoint, renters can be difficult or hard on your house in general. They're going to slam those cabinet doors. They may scratch the walls. They may scratch your paint. And a lot of people really get bent out of shape because they put so much time and energy into that house. So the first thing is treat it as a business. It is a rental property, address it as so. Number two, what type of house should you buy, right? So I'm a big fan of, you've got to look at a couple things on the property itself to make sure that it's set up really well for rental properties. Number one thing you got to think about is school district. Most renters have families, first time buyer type situation. School district is a big thing. Make sure it's in a great school district. Number two, make sure it is not on well or septic. Well and septic just mean maintenance issues. Do not buy a rental property on well and septic. That's just my personal opinion. It's going to save you. I promise you it'll be better. Number three, try not to buy one on pier and beam. I've owned pier and beam properties that are rental properties. They shift a lot. There's a lot of maintenance there. I try to do concrete foundations on all of them. Number four, I always try to get a single story home. If you get an older renter, they don't necessarily want to climb stairs. So it gives me more opportunity to rent to more people if it's a single story home. The next thing is I always try to do a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, because 2 bedrooms is too small. 4 bedrooms, some people need the 4 bedrooms, but the majority of people are going to be fine in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. I try to stay around 1,500 square feet to 1,700 square feet. It doesn't really need to be any bigger than that. That's a very good common type of rental property. So those things are very important. Now, let's say I've bought my first property. I've abided by the things that we just talked about. I found a home that's a single story sewer, very straightforward, 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick house. Now, how do I make sure that I set up the house correctly for renters? So here's the deal. If there's carpet in the house, that's fine. If it's in good enough condition to rent it the first time, go ahead and rent it with carpet. But when it's time to replace that carpet, do not replace carpet. You either want to replace it with tile or like really nice vinyl luxury plank. So I use waterproof luxury plank in all of my rental properties. That way, if they spill water, if there's a dog there and they spill water, if they scrape furniture across it, it does not damage the floor. It's very straightforward and easy to clean. And I do that for every spot in the house. It's all the same floor. So if I'm using waterproof plank, then I can put it in wet areas like bathrooms as well, and it makes no difference in any way, form, or fashion. So number one, that's the kind of flooring I'm going to use. It costs a little money up front, but it will save you money in the long run. Number two, if it's got laminate countertops, at some point in time, that renter is going to burn that countertop. They're going to put a hot pan on top of it. It's going to create a big old black mark on that countertop. And now it's time to replace that countertop. If you replace the countertops, replace them with granite. Now, I know you guys are thinking that's a lot of money, but hear me out. Granite does not change if there's heat applied to it. You can put a hot pan and it does nothing to that granite. Super durable, hard to stain if it's sealed. It's just a great product. Plus, you're going to get top dollar for your rentals if you've got granite countertops because it's nicer. So it's a win-win on granite. If your house is about 1,500 to 1,700 square feet, that's a rental property anyway, that kitchen's not going to be huge. So you can find all kinds of remnant granite pieces out there for low cost and put them into that house, and it's going to look great. Now, in regards to the paint, every one of my rental properties is painted the exact same color. I use a tan on the walls and I use a white on the trim. Here's why this is important when you first get started. If you do this right and you treat this as a business, you're going to want to buy more properties in the near future. You don't want to be guessing about what flooring I have in the next property, what paint I have on the walls. If you've got a contractor out there who needs to go do a make ready or a rehab on the property, he can pick up that paint and know for certain that it's going to be on that property because you use the same paint on everything. So I keep a 5-gallon paint in my garage and I can go pick it up and go to any rental property I have and do touch-up with no issues at all. Same thing for the flooring. When I choose my flooring, it's the same color floor for every rental that I do. It looks great. It's a very neutral color, but if for some reason part of the floor is damaged, guess what? I've got extra floor pieces in the garage. I can easily go in and modify that, take the other piece out, put the new piece in. It's real quick and makes it very streamlined. So guys, once again, if you're looking for a specific rental property that's going to make money, you've got to do it the right way. School district, single family residence, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I've got some other secrets here in just a second I'm going to tell you. Flooring and paint, all that stuff is super important, right? So you also want to analyze how far outside the city limits it is. If it's in the city limits, is there an HOA? All those things can make a difference in how much rent you can get. And also the school itself. You could be in the right school district, but everybody wants this other school. Try to buy something where that school is. Now, for me to buy a rental property, I have to cash flow at least $300 a door. So what that means is if I'm buying a single family residence, for me to buy it, I want to make $300 a month net income after all expenses. If I don't make the income from it, I generally won't buy it because I'm all about appreciation and income. I don't want to just wait on appreciation, right? I want to make sure that my business is cash flowing. So there's lots of different ways to calculate that. If you guys have questions about that, make a note down in the comments, reach out to me. I'll show you how to do it. There's some great calculators out there I'll send to you. I've also got a great mortgage calculator below that's on my personal website, and you can run different numbers and figure out interest rates and payments and everything else. But $300 a door is the key. So guys, from one investor to another, treat it as a business, make great decisions in the beginning, and you're going to be happy. You're going to enjoy owning rental property, and you're going to buy multiple properties a year. So anyway, hope that was helpful. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.